Hello and welcome back to another episode of Town of Salem. Our name is Fortnite, and we are the Jailor. There are some games, they're rare at high elo, but this is one of them, where people decide not to follow the TPLO meta, and we run into some really big problems. This game should have been a slam dunk win. Slam dunk win. But instead, there's a lot of problems with this game, and it's simply because some people are not following TPLO meta. So, Brother is suspicious, Banker is suspicious. These people are trying to split TPLO focus. So I drag some guy off to jail. He spends a lot of time not claiming here. Fortnite the Jailor. Night 1, Pikachu. Where's your claim, buddy? What are you doing? No claim. This is a super late claim. This guy looks really suspicious. Finally says investigator. Okay. Yeah, late. We'll update this. I'm going to put it no claim just because if he's serial killer, like I want to have no claim as his thing here. If I died as serial killer, then I want this guy to die. We'll say late invest claim. We'll put Pikachu up here, but I'm actually going to put him... I believe this claim's so little that I put him down here. So, oh yeah, died last night. This is the person who role blocked me. Yep, they were on me. Night 1, Fortnite, sure. So I put the Banker and the Brother down as suspicious because they're splitting TPLO focus. Dingus and Tacken claim spies. Dingus writes his will in a somewhat strange fashion where he has the bug on the end. I say Dingus up because I don't see the bug. In fact, a lot of people don't see the bug. Yeah, I mean... But this is how strictly TPLO meta is followed. We literally, just because we don't see the bug on his will, we're going after this guy. Finally, he says, look, I have a bug. Look, it's just read, right? Look, it's in the will. He bugged. All right. Well, Brother claims lookout, says that he was on Wormy. Yeah. I'm still trying to look at stuff. Finally, I say, no, don't get up, Dingus. I see the bug now. Get Brother up. Get Brother up. Get 14. Town on 14. Brother whispers me his will, but his will is the reason why he's getting hung. So this guy claims lookout was not on me. So we are pretty certain this guy is evil. Brother the Lookout, not on the TPLO request. Not on any of the TPLO requests, in fact. Like, there was an effort to split TPLO by Banker and Brother, but wasn't on. Like, he literally said Lookouts should be on Dingus. This guy said Lookouts should be on Dingus. Wasn't on Jailor. Yeah. So, I decided to jail John Willard because John Willard seems to be not understanding things here. So, I say all guilty but me on the spy claims. I'm Jailor. I say all guilty but me on the spy claims. Poth is saying Inno, so he looks suspicious. I don't know why these people are saying Inno, but they Inno this, which is unbelievable. I give a pass to Dingus and I give a pass to Tacken, but yeah, this is ridiculous. Why? So we execute this guy. Why did Town Inno this? It made 0 sense. Yeah, so we're executing this guy. He says F Jailor meta. Yeah, are you dumb? No, don't throw your noob. No, you're dead. You're dead. I'm sorry. No, this isn't 1400 elo. I'm sorry. You could have gotten yourself confirmed. Instead, you made yourself look real suspicious, and now you die. It's that simple. I'm not going to tolerate this. And in fact, everybody who innoed this that I didn't give a pass to, Dingus innoed this. He gets a pass because I said, okay, look, fine. And I get attacked by werewolf. What is going on? Town Protector's still up, right? How am I dying to werewolf? It's ridiculous. We lost yesterday when Town did not guilty. When Town did not guilty an obviously fake lookout. Look, the guy was witch. Plain and simple. Lookouts who are not on the TPLO request, it is so easy. You just kill them. Like these people, You'll see a few people do this play, but just 9 times out of 10, these people are evil. So I execute brother. Pretty easy execute. And everybody who innoed brother that didn't get a pass. I gave passes to Tacken because the guy looked like a jester. I gave passes to Tacken and Dingus. They can inno. I can inno. No one else can. Anybody who did, you put them up. In fact, anybody who abstained looks suspicious. And that's where we're going to run into some problems, because later in this game, we're going to have 2 TP claims. One of them that looks really suspicious because they did not understand that brother was an obvious evil. And we're going to run into problems because of it. Neither TP claim on me, by the way. But how in the world was I killed? Banker says that he was cucked last night. So we're presuming that he's claiming he was role blocked or something. Poth says Banker is BJGF Arso. So if Banker was role blocked, then I guess it makes sense. But look, Banker is saying, I'm BG. There is no TPCC. Banker says, I am TP and no CC. Edward Bishop, meanwhile, is insisting that the mayor reveal. All right, so we just start putting up people who innoed yesterday. People who innoed brother yesterday are pretty obviously evil. Banker says get Dingus. He did inno it, but he had an excuse. I told him he could inno, right? I took the 2 most confirmed towns in the game. I told them that they got a Jester pass. This guy's claiming blackmailed. Yeah, but Spy says that this guy wasn't visited. This guy innoed. He's not allowed to innode. We're going to go ahead and put down that Avicii and Willard are evil. So we have Banker and Brother suspicious because they tried to split TPLO focus. We have Avicii and Willard suspicious because they innowed a very obviously fake lookout claim. Banker's acting really suspicious, but he's the only TP claim, and he basically said that he was role blocked last night. So we end up putting up Edward. Or did we put up Edward? We put up Dingus, which is incorrect. This guy is more or less confirmed spy. Yeah, I mean, Dingus is more or less confirmed. He's not quite confirmed because, after all, the escort did die, and he could have read the will and added that on to the end. Yeah, he knew Jailor was role blocked. I mean, this doesn't completely confirm him, but we gave him a Jester pass for a reason. We gave him a Jester pass because he seemed the most confirmed. Banker raises a good point, which is that Edward gave a super late CC to the TP claim. Also, Edward has no excuse not to be on Jailor if he's not claiming that he was role blocked. So Dingus goes down, and we're going to put up Edward Bishop guilties Dingus, which makes no sense. So we're pretty sure Edward Bishop is evil. The guy did not guilty the witch. The guy is claiming TP, a real late CC to Banker, right? And now he's guiltying a more or less confirmed spy as opposed to this guy who innowed the witch. Edward Bishop is probably evil. Banker, I guess, is good, even though we have him down as suspicious because he was trying to split TPLO focus. Yeah, guilty. This is guilty. I mean, this is at worst 1 for 1, right? If for whatever reason this guy is actually inno, then we know the spy is evil because the spy didn't show that this guy was blackmailed. But this one is probably the evil, right? The spy seems more or less confirmed. This guy had a really bad voting record. Yeah, I only handed out Jester passes to the spy claims. This guy innowed. Everyone else who innowed needs to die. Plain and simple. Like, the game is very straightforward. This guy claims lookout. He was not on the Jailor, so he dies. People who say that he shouldn't die, they also need to die. I'm the Jailor. Town Protects should be on me. There's literally only one person in the game who doesn't understand what's going on, and that is Edward Bishop. It's literally a single person in this game, and unfortunately, it turns out that it was very important that this guy understand how to play the game, because he was our only town protect in a game in which Werewolf decided to cannonball into Me Knight 2. But yeah, Willard and Bishop probably both evil, is what I say here. They're pushing against each other, which is awkward. Like, it means that maybe one of them isn't evil. But Bishop is a really late town protect claim. Like, literally, Banker came out and said, I am TP, I am bodyguard, no other TPCCs means I am confirmed. And this guy, half the day went by before anything happened. Pikachu dies. This guy was our really late investigator claim. Turns out he actually is investigator. That's fine. Yeah, so get Willard. Willard looks super evil. Poth says Willard is spy, BM, Jailor. Okay, yeah. I mean, Willard is very suspect because he innoed a witch for no very good reason. Willard says I am spy. Yeah, that's not going to work. So Willard 100% should get hung today. But there is a good point made by Willard that town should focus on getting the werewolf. That makes sense. You don't want 2 people to die tonight. They're pretty sure 5 is werewolf. Town is going to do something pretty good here. Town is going to actually kind of spend their day gathering information and then lynching exactly who they want to lynch. I'm talking some nonsense in dead chat. You can just ignore that. But we know that Willard is evil. We also know that Willard is someone who can be shot by a Vigi. So there's no reason to really get him up if we can confirm a Vigi. Edward is a really late claim to Town Protect, and his will is terrible. He was on Brother. The witch claims bodyguard, wasn't on Jailor. Pikachu says this is definitely Godfather. Yeah, he's been voting wrong all game too. He innoed the mafioso. He guiltied the spy. I think he abstained on the witch, but yeah, Vigi needs to shoot 15 and we win. 15 is guaranteed evil. Yeah, Inno. This isn't Werewolf. We're pretty certain of that. We're pretty sure this is Godfather. Instead, we put up 5, who we think is the Werewolf, because we kind of need to kill Werewolf to maintain majority. But notice how many people, actual legitimate towns, believe that Edward Bishop is the Godfather. And for a number of reasons. 1, he voted wrong. 2, his will's garbage. 3, he's continued voting wrong. He guiltied the spy. He innoed the mafioso. He's been playing so bad. He's been pushing on all the wrong people. At least Banker claimed that he was Roadblock Knight too. He's claiming bodyguard. He says I was Roadblock Knight too. Or at least he implied it at one point. So this guy dies. Looks like Werewolf. Dingus says I trust Ed over Banker 100%. I wouldn't. Willard says Banker is confirmed, by the way. Sure. Who says I'm shooting 15? Yeah, 15 is guaranteed evil. 15 and getting the wrong end of the Vigi stick tonight. So town is doing okay, right? But still, we come back to this one central issue, which is that Edward has played absolutely terribly over the course of this game. Everybody's doing fine except for this one guy, right? This one guy, he claims TP, but he claims it after Banker, well after Banker. He claims that he was on Brother, the really fake lookout claim, which makes no sense. Why wouldn't you be on Jailor, right? Like, that makes no sense. Why wouldn't you as bodyguard be on Jailor? In what world, right? The lookout would be on you and you would be on Jailor if the goal is to cover each other. And I'm executing this guy tonight. Why are you going to be on him? Throwing Vidge, says John Willard. What are you talking about? Vidge shot you. You're mafia. Yeah, what did he throw besides a bullet into the BMer? You'll see, says John Willard. This is actually a really bad play from John Willard. He confirms that Dingus is spy. We know he's disguiser, right? Investigator found this as evil guy, right? He hadn't come out with a will. Who's Vigi? Shoots John Willard. Yeah. Yeah, who asked the question, why didn't we guilty the obvious fake lookout? Yeah, so we know that Dingus is spy. We know that Poth is confirmed investigator because he's been bussing a bunch of people. Dingus is confirmed both from the disguiser and because his will was pretty good. So Wormy is mayor. We have 2 TP claims, Edward Bishop and the banker. Both are pretty bad. Edward Bishop's is worse. So there's no room for Giles Corey, right? Now, town decides to do something kind of interesting here, which is that mayor decides that they want to... Avicii is... I don't know why, like, Deads do this. Like, they try and convince you that John Willard was not disguiser. Avicii is pretending that disguisers would show up as Doc Disguiser SK in an investigator will, which is dumb. Like, the whole point of disguiser is to avoid doing that. So the mayor decides he wants to 50-50 tonight, or he wants to 50-50 today. He knows that we're going to have to take this guess, right, as to which one of these guys are evil. We're going to have to take this 50-50 eventually, right? There's not really a choice on here. He wants to take it today. And he's pretty sure that Ed Bishop is evil for all the reasons that we've mentioned. Ed Bishop has been voting wrong all game. His will is garbage. He's not defending himself. He didn't CC Banker's TP claim. All these problems. He's crying. He's like, when you died tonight, town lose. You guys just lost. You know, we lost when you innowed. We lost when you didn't guilty the witch. We lost when you didn't go on the Jailor night 2. When you decided to go on I really thought brother was lookout and protect him. No, you go on the Jailor. This guy, literally, Ed Bishop, I think is the main reason why I even created this series. It's games like these. They're very rare. Again, I don't know, I've probably played like 40 games over the course of making these videos. Not all the games are good, so I'm not going to post them all. But you get these 1 out of 40 games where there's just one guy who's really bad, right? Just the dumbest town in the world. Why are you not on Jailor? Why are you not guilting the obviously fake lookout claim? Because imagine if he had done what he was supposed to do. Imagine if he had guiltied brother. We would have killed Witch that day. I would have jailed John Willard and executed him. Werewolf would have cannonballed into me. Bodyguard would have shot him. This game would look so differently. If he had just made the obvious plays. This guy is claiming lookout, but he wasn't on the TPLO request. You lynch him. Jailor is telling you to lynch him. Why are you not voting guilty? Why are you guiltying a confirmed spy? Why are you innowing the mafioso? Like, again and again and again, this guy is making mistake after mistake after mistake. It makes so little sense. But it is GG at this point. Giles Corey was a confirmed mafia yesterday. A lot of the town are upset that Mayor decided to take the 50-50 as opposed to killing Giles Corey. And I have another video where I say that you should always try to avoid the 50-50s. But at this late stage of the game, there's nothing that's going to prove or disprove the claims of Banker and Edward Bishop, right? That basically what's going to happen is that if they guiltied Giles Corey that day, what happens the next day is that either Poth or Dingus dies. And then they're still faced with a 50-50, right? If they don't lynch someone that day, then whoever didn't die the previous day between Poth or Dingus dies. And it then just comes back down to Wormy, the Banker, and Edward Bishop. And Wormy's going to make the same decision, and they're going to lose, right? So I don't mind taking the 50-50 here because there's nothing else to do, right? There's nowhere else. There's nothing else to be. So yeah, they could have lynched Giles because he was 100% confirmed evil. There was no room for him, but we wouldn't have gathered any further information. So I think this is not the problem, right? The fact that the mayor wanted to take the 50-50 that day is not the problem. The problem is that Edward Bishop did so many things wrong this game. Didn't guilty the witch, didn't guilty the mafioso, guilty the spy, right? Just made so many bad decisions. Wasn't on the Jailor night 2, was in fact on the witch who I was executing that day. I have no idea why. Like, in what world does that even make sense? So what, like, you're going to guard the lookout, but the lookout is going to die to the rampage from the werewolf, right? Like, what? You're not saving anybody here. Why wouldn't you just be, like, if the goal is for you guys to beat on each other, you'd be on me and the lookout would be on you. It's the other way around. So, games like this, they make you super salty. They literally inspired me to make a whole YouTube series where I tell people, don't do this. This guy says it's the mayor's fault. It isn't the mayor's fault. There's one person who played poorly this game. It was Edward Bishop. And if he had played correctly, this game would have been a slam dunk win. We would have lynched Brother day 1, or day 2, I should say. I would have executed John Willard, which was my planned jail that night. Werewolf would have died to Bodyguard. Everything would have gone so smoothly. We would have just been destroying the evils. Banker wouldn't be able to claim TP because guess what? You would die to Werewolf too if you were on me, right? He'd be outed by the TPLO meta as well. Everything would have been so easy. At some point, who would have shot Giles Corey because they needed to confirm each other? But yeah. Anybody who innoed or abstained on that witch was playing super bad. And that includes the evils, right? The evils outed themselves. We knew Avicii See Avicii Do was evil because he innoed an obvious witch. We knew that John Willard was evil because he innoed a witch, right? The guy had a ridiculous claim. 100% we execute him. Not much else to say here. Dingus eventually gets put up. Again, I don't think that Mayor played poorly. I more or less agree with what Banker's saying here. The Mayor took a 50-50 that Town would eventually have to take anyways. It doesn't lose us the game because we weren't going to avoid that 50-50. If he had killed the confirmed Mafia, then all that was going to happen was that Poth was going to die the next day. Or you know, Dingus could have died that day. Right? Nothing would have really prevented things from happening. If he had hung Giles Corey that day, again, there's still no amount of investigation or anything was going to confirm or deny whether or not Banker or Edward Bishop was the bodyguard, right? And at the end of the day, Edward Bishop, for his voting record, for his will, for everything, looked so much worse than Banker that, yeah. Don't know what to say. Banker says it all. That play would get anyone hung in a decent elo. Sorry, Edward. But yeah. Oh, rough game. These are the 1 in 40, 1 in 50 games that really just, I hate it. But hopefully more people watch this series and more people realize why TPLO meta exists and why Brother was obviously evil and why, as bodyguard, you should be on the Jailor. Okay, that's enough for me. I'm rambling. Game's gone on long enough. I'll see you guys next time.